So it's that time of year. And with this time of year comes changes. Changes in mood, changes in weather, changes in the things that we do, how we dress, how we operate. So we always want to be ready. Well, tonight, I'm bringing you a special fragrance from the house of Lattafa, Ishq Al Shuyukh Gold Edition. I'll tell you more about this fragrance in a second. Stay tuned. Do you ever wonder what it's like to step into a room and make time stop just for a moment? Well, you've come to the right place. Welcome to Chris Steele Fragrances. Hey everybody, Chris Steele here at Chris Steele Fragrances, and tonight we are doing a little review on Ishq Al Shuyukh from the house of Lattafa. Ishq Al Shuyukh Gold, I should say. There is a silver version. I have that one too. Be on the lookout for that video in the future. But tonight we're talking about this one. So first thing we're going to get to is the notes. So the notes for Ishq Al Shuyukh Gold. In the top you have caramel and saffron. In the middle you have suede, leather, and tonka bean. And in the base you have vanilla, amber, and musk. So you might be asking yourself, what is this cloning? What is this an inspiration of? And it is Rosendo No.5 by Rosendo Mateo, which is floral, amber, sensual musk. So that is what is cloning. It is long lasting. It has very strong sillage. And I will get into some of the performance in just a second. All right. So the performance on Ishq Al Shuyukh Gold is beastly. 9 to 12 hours easily on skin and clothing. Well, closer to 7 hours on skin, 9 on clothing. It all depends on how you spray. And we're going to get into the scent profile right this second. So, scent profile on this is a very fresh, smooth, sweet suede. It smells very much like suede. I know a lot of people have said this smells like leather, but out of all the other fragrances that I have that have leather in them, I can kind of tell the difference. This kind of leather actually falls in the realm of another clone fragrance I have that's a clone of Ganymede, and that would be Celestial from the House of Amir. But that has a sort of new sports car leather smell, but more so on the suede side. There's something that's soft about the texture. It's not a real dark leather. I thought it was going to be a dark leather. I thought it was going to be something that was going to be really deep, but it is more of a fresh leather with sweetness, not a gourmand sweetness. I've heard others speak on this and talk about how gourmand and sweet. They don't. No, I'm not getting that. What I'm getting is a fresh leather, suede in particular, mixed with a faint floral sweetness that you're probably getting from the caramel. And but I feel that the saffron is also adding to it. The saffron gives it a bit of this juicy, effervescent type of aromatic, this freshness. So you get this freshness from saffron and suede, a little sweetness from the caramel. Again, this is not a gourmand fragrance, not even close to a gourmand fragrance, at least not to my nose. There's some vanilla. You do get quite a bit of amber and musk. But the major player in this fragrance is that suede. Now, I haven't had this one as long as some of the other fragrances, so my bottle very my bottle may very well change over time. But right now, I'm getting fresh leather. I'm getting slight caramel sweetness, spicy saffron, and musk. That's what I'm getting from the scent profile. Okay, so let's get into occasions. When would a fragrance like Ishq Al Shuyukh Gold be the chosen one, the one that you're going to pick out of all your other fragrances? When is that going to happen? Well, best scenarios for this kind of fragrance, believe it or not, this is a definite workplace fragrance that would be great for that kind of thing. If you go to school, this would be a great school fragrance. I find this to be a more dressed up fragrance. Yes, you can wear a t-shirt and jeans with this. Nobody will stop you, especially me. But it probably won't, to me, it doesn't fit quite as well as if you were to take a dress shirt and slacks, or uh, anything formal with a collar, anything like that, trousers, um, some nice monk strap shoes, or Chelsea boots, or uh, wing tips, anything like that. You could definitely dress it up with this. This has the leather in this. It What it does is it makes me think of somebody who is not necessarily rich, but somebody who's well off in their life, who's comfortable in their profession, who does things that they want, not necessarily things that they have to do. And it gives off, to me, it just gives off an aura that you kind of have your shit together, and that you love the finer things in life. And it's slightly playful, but not really. Like I said, the sweetness is not really, that's not the dominant accord in this fragrance. Um, the leather, the saffron, and the musk give this its character more than anything. I feel the caramel is there just to give it a little bit of variation. Of course, we can't forget one thing, one very, very important thing, right? What season would this work best with? So I'm here to let you know. Fall this is a fall fragrance. The leather is able to breathe. It's able to kind of float around in the cooler air. It's not stifling as if it was the deepest part of summer you tried to do this. It works well in those transitional months. So, you know, fall, spring, um, early winter, early summer, those kinds of types of climates. If you live in a climate where it ranges between, I'd say 60, maybe a little lower, we'll say 50 and 70 degrees, you can pull this off very easily, especially if it's not a stifling environment, if there's not a lot of humidity, it's cool air, there's air moving. Something like this would just shine. So, my overall verdict, opinion, uh, disposition towards this fragrance right here, Ishq Al Shuyukh, I give Ishq Al Shuyukh a solid 7.5 out of 10. And here's why. It's a good fragrance. It really is. Is it mind-blowingly different than what I have in my collection? No. Um, does it perform well? It is really, it is a strong fragrance. Beastly performance, a foot to 2 feet of sillage. Can't beat it, right? 7 to 9, 9 to 12, depending on how you spray, depending on what you spray. If you spray your clothes, it's gonna last longer. So that gets points in the department of its own. Scent profile, I find this one a little safe. That's just me personally. I find this profile safe. Some may disagree with me, but it kind of lacks some of the characters that I like in fragrances. I tend to like bolder fragrances, even some fragrances that some people may not like for that reasons, because they're different. They they maybe grab more attention. They maybe have a little bit of a polarizing effect. I like those kinds of fragrances. But this gets a 7.5, close to an 8. I might change my mind in the future. This might get an 8 in the future. But for right now, it's a 7.5. Anyway, help me help you make the world a better, smaller place. If you've enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, peace.